Welcome to Elway Power Sports. Today we've got two of the best sport quads on the market from Yamaha, their 450 and their 700. We're going to talk about them, go through them, compare them a little bit, and I'll tell you what I think. Let's get in it. All right, so to go over a little bit of the 2025 Raptor 700R and the YFZ 450R, we're going to break them both down, go through some of the differences and similarities. These are both the special editions, so we've got the red in the 700 and we've got the green in the 450. They also come in factory Yamaha blue. They also come in white, and then a few other options depending on what exact model you're going with. But even though these two machines are very similar, they have a lot of differences. Just right out of the gate, 686 cc's, single cylinder, 450 cc's, also single cylinder, both liquid cooled, both clutched, and both have a 5-speed. One big difference is that 700R is going to come with a factory reverse on it, so it's going to do a little bit better for you out on trails or doing more recreational stuff, where you'll find out that the 450 is a little bit more of a track-oriented machine, more actual race style, not necessarily just for messing around in the woods. They both have very similar ground clearances, coming in right about 9 inches, so to get over or around things, they'll both do very, very well. They both have right about a 31 or a 32-inch seat height, so overall they're very similar, although being an inch lower on the YFZ 450 is going to give you a little bit of a lower center of gravity. So on the track, it's going to keep you planted just a little bit better, as well as having a wider stance to keep you more stable as you're going through turns, over jumps, whatever it is. You have about 3 inches extra in the width over the 700. Out of the 686cc, you get a whole 49 horsepower, which is kind of crazy. And then out of the 450, you get right about 38. So you get about 10 more horsepower going to that 700. With a little bit of a higher center of gravity, it does make it a little bit more wishy-washy when you're going through turns faster, stuff like that. So I kind of see the 700R as more of a dune racer or trails. Saying that, it gives you a high-rise radiator. Keeps it out of the water, out of the sand, away from mud when you're going from different terrains. It's not going to get as packed. It gives you a little bit better airflow when you're out in the trails. The 450 is going to be a much lower one, so as you're going through mud or water or anything like that, more debris is going to get on that radiator, making it you want more of a controlled environment for a machine like this. The more stuff on that radiator, the faster it can get damaged, and the more the machine can get overheated. So definitely don't want any of that. All right, to get into a little bit more of my opinion, which one I like more and why. Starting on the YFZ 450, I do really like how these are designed. I like the aggressive styling. There's minute differences between each, but I like the fender height on these. They don't go to as much of a point in the back. It's not as high. I think it'll block a little bit more mud and debris from getting on you. So that's one thing that I do really like about these. The seat's a little bit more thin. It's not quite as plush. So if it's something that you're going to be riding all day, I think you'd get a little bit more pain on this one. Also has a little bit more of a bend in my knee, so they're a little bit more kinked. So just little comfort things as far as all day riding. I don't think the YFZ 450 is probably the better one. It also has about 1/3 of a less gallon of gas that you can fit in here, and it's specific to 91 octane or above. So when you get into a pinch, really you need to find 91 if you have to fill this guy up. As well as not having a reverse. So when you're in the trails, backwoods, or you just get into a tight spot, you pretty much have to pull this thing out or try to really get over or through whatever's in front of you. So as far as what I would use it for, and the style of riding that I like, I don't think the YFZ 450 is probably the better of the two options. Going into the Raptor 700, this one is my choice. I like the way that it sits. I like the reverse. The seat is much more cushiony. My legs aren't so locked up. I have a little bit more room to move. And just overall, I think if you were riding all day, you get into a tight spot, you have the reverse, everything about this is definitely more option for the way that I would ride. So Raptor 700 coming in for me, this is the one that I would pick and take home. As far as the width and everything like that, you actually can go ahead and put YFZ 450 A-arms on these to widen them out. You can swap the suspension over if you want to drop it down a little bit and get that stability and everything out of this. So as far as diversity of riding and customizations, I think the Raptor 700 is going to take it home. With that being said, you know my pick. Let us know what you would pick between these two machines in the comments below, as well as letting us know what you guys want to know more about or have walkthroughs done on. We have so much inventory in stock. Come down here, Elway Power Sports, visit our website, see us in person, give us a call. We're happy to help you out. Let us know which one you would pick. We'll see you next time.